to the B-side.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're here for another matchup of the ESL India Premiership. The fall season 2 of the Masters League is upon us, and I'm CloudX. You're watching XRG Vs Signify. The draft, as you can see, is already underway, as Nyx Assassin is going to be the opening pick for XRG, while Signify are going to go with the Lich and the Earthshaker as their opening duo. The bans, you've got the Night Stalker and the Batrider getting removed by XRG, so they've gotten rid of the Vision game, possibly from Signify, while Signify has chosen to remove the Coddle and the Nature's Prophet. So no GH God shenanigans coming out here with that Coddle ban, and Nature's Prophet, another hero that got fairly popular during TI7, is not going to be making an appearance here. For those of you wondering where these teams are from, Signify and XRG both are based out of India. XRG, the all-Indian team, while Signify, the team with 2 Indians and 3 Filipinos. A star-studded lineup with No Chance Crowley and a former TI attendee. Oh wow. They've also got X-Rag and Skembaloo, some very high-tier players, while XRG have some familiar names of their own, with Gandhi and Blue Frog coming back to make it through this fall phase and hopefully secure themselves a slot at the fall LAN. Now, I'd be lying if I didn't say I knew who had the upper hand here, so let's just come out and say it. Signify are considered to be the top dogs in the table right now. They've beaten Team Genesis in, I believe that was just yesterday. They took down Team Genesis in their matchup. And, well, they are looking like the team to beat in the fall table, in the Masters table at least, of the fall season. Now, XRG, on the other hand, they've made an appearance at previous ESL LANs, and they have had a fair bit of experience playing in this competition. Unfortunately, they just haven't had as much success as they've had experience. They're here fighting for survival, fighting to make it through to the top rungs of the Indian esports ladder, and huge props to them for continuing their efforts. Let's see if they can make something happen here in this particular match. Moving on with the draft, you've got a bristleback ban coming out from XRG, while Signify, they've gotten rid of that pesky Necrophos, so no ancient apparitions required on the side of Signify, banning out that stupid heal bomb core hero that just refuses to die, and let's see what they choose to ban out as their next hero. I'd assume this is going to be an OVA Lich on the 5 position, with X-Rag playing that 3 position Earthshaker, while XRG, they have a few options here. They could run this as a mid puck, alternatively they could run it as an offlane puck with a support Nyx. Nyx could run the offlane as well as the support role, and occasionally even the middle lane. Looks like there's going to be a Venomancer ban coming out from Signify as well, so they're just taking out heroes that don't require too much effort to pull off their spells with, by the looks of it. Venomancer, one of those that can be an absolute nuisance to deal with right from the laning stage to the late game phase. A ridiculous amount of poison damage, the base defense potential with the Plague Wards, and not to mention the sieging potential with those very same Plague Wards as well. Makes him quite a difficult target to take down, and one that needs to be taken down on high priority as well. We've got a Death Prophet ban coming out from XRG though, so they're worried about Signify getting some push potential of their own.
5 seconds remaining.
Let's see what XRG chooses to go with. It is Signify with the next pickup here. Now, given that there's a Nyx Assassin on the other side, you probably want to pick up a roaming support that has some sort of detection. I'm thinking a Bounty or a... Yeah, there it is. The Slaughter. No chance. Probably going to be the one handling that support Slaughter, which puts to rest any doubts about whether or not this was going to be an offlane Earthshaker. Indeed it is. XRG. Let's see what they choose to go for. Instant pick here. They're going to go with the Clockwork, so a premeditated move coming out, but is this the right pick though? I mean, it's still ambiguous about which of the heroes is going to go to the offlane. In fact, all three heroes are potential offlaners here for XRG. But I'd assume it's the Clockwork that goes offlane, but never mind. TA is going to come out from the side of Signify for now, so they're just augmenting their armor reduction. And also securing an amazing lane for the Templar Assassin if she's going to be up against the puck at mid. Yeah, this cannot bode well for XRG. I do feel like they were aiming on planning on running this puck at the middle lane with Clockwork on the off and Nyx Assassin in the support role. But looking at this TA mid, I think they're going to have to switch things off. Maybe send that puck to the off lane. Perhaps pick up a separate middle laner here to deal with the Templar Assassin, but what can you really go for? The Venomancer has already been banned, and I mean, if you pick up a Viper, you're just setting yourself up for mid-game disaster in the face of that Slaughter and TA meld and armor reduction. Or rather, Corrosive Haze armor reduction. Viper, while he may not be susceptible to magic damage given that corrosive skin. I hope I got the spell name right. But yeah, I mean, let's not jump the gun here. We don't even know if XRG does have the Viper in their minds. For all you know, they could just pick up something like an Ember Spirit. Ember versus TA is a matchup that goes either way. And Flame Guard does work well versus the Refraction Charges, and at the same time the Meld hits work well versus a hero that's walking around with magic immunity. Monkey King though, gonna be the pick from XRG, and I cannot say I agree with this. I mean, yeah, sure, Signify doesn't really have any ways to look up on the treetops. You don't have the Night Stalk of Flying Vision, you don't have the Tusk Sigil.
5 seconds.
But they've got a lot of control, and if he gets tagged with a Corrosive Haze early on, the Monkey King's not going to be able to jump from tree to tree. Anyway, you've got a Disruptor ban coming out from Signify, so they're still expecting a support to be coming out here from XRG. That means that they're expecting this to be a mid-puck versus their TA. They're expecting the Monkey King to be on the safe lane, and I guess they're expecting an off-lane Clockwork, which is why they banned out the range support. That makes sense. I mean, I could see that draft working for XRG. Their laning stage, at least at the middle lane, won't be too strong, but their overall lineup might be a little well-rounded. Alright, XRG, they've got last final ban on the board here.
Radiant team pick.
Before they pick their final hero, they're going to get rid of the Troll. Let's see what their final pick is going to be here to deal with Signify's ridiculous lineup, which I have to say seems to have won the draft stage.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
XRG, just 20 seconds on the reserve clock now to take a decision. What's it going to be for them? Are they going to pick up a 5-position support here? Perhaps the Oracle to purge off the Corrosive Haze? Maybe pick up... oh wow, okay then. They just picked up the Viper. Did not see that coming. Yeah, I mean, I gotta say that while the Viper is good versus the TA in the lane, it's not a flawless lane. And come mid-game stage, that Viper's gonna have to be on his toes to watch for the armor reduction and the physical deeps coming out from Signify. XRG, I mean, Now, don't take this the wrong way. Viper definitely does have a slight advantage versus the Templar Assassin at the middle lane. The refraction charges don't mean squat, at least not defensively in the face of that poison attack. But the TA can actually match up versus the Viper. You put 2 points into the Sire Blades and you use the refraction damage to keep the waves pushed. And, you know, if you can keep the waves pushed out long enough to secure runes and time it with your shrines, time your HP loss with your shrine coming online, you can farm in that middle lane. And these are not my words, these are actually Crowley's words. So I actually had a talk with him about this matchup just a while ago, and this is exactly what he told me. It's not as one-sided as most people think it to be. If you play your cards right, you can farm versus the Viper, and really, in the current meta, the middle lane really is all about farming as opposed to killing off the opposition mid. So we'll have to see that theory put to the test here, and I'm quite excited to see this matchup. XRG though, their tri-lane is going to be a safe lane melee tri-lane in the face of an Earthshaker. Because if that's a mid-Viper, it's certainly going to be an off-lane puck. And then you're going to have a Nyx, Clockwork and a Monkey King going up against an Earthshaker who's possibly going to be supported by a Lich. What were they thinking? That tri-lane is just going to get decimated by Earthshaker. And now they picked up the Razor on the side of Signify, so that off-lane puck isn't going to have a ball of a time either. I gotta say, I think Signify has completely outdrafted XRG Gaming here. And the only lane where they're going to have a bit of an advantage is that middle lane, where the Viper is going to go up against the TA. But it is a Crowley TA, and Crowley's TA is his signature hero, so I wouldn't expect that lane to be too easy either. Anyway, for those of you that are just tuning in, you're watching the ESL India Premiership. It's the fall season, and we're now looking at Phase 2. This is the Masters League, of course, where only the best of the best Dota 2 teams exist. XRG will be taken on against Signify, a team that's yet to drop a game in the Masters League. Alright folks, here we go. It's going to be fun to see what that middle lane is going to look like this game. That off lane is going to be pretty nasty to watch as well. Nice hero, Gandhi. He knows it. He knows that this is quite a disgusting matchup that he's got up against him. Life might be hard here for Crowley, but let's start off with the introductions on both sides. On the side of the Radiant, you've got Team XRG. Gandhi's going to be handling that Viper. It's going to be Clockwork. That's in the hands of QWE. Shandi will be playing the Monkey King. It's going to be DU on the puck. And that puts Nyx Assassin in the hands of Blue Frog. Meanwhile, Signify, you've got Ova handling that Lich. He's already TP'd himself out towards the lane here. And he's going to drop down that early ward. While Slaughter will be in the hands of No Chance. Crowley on his Templar Assassin. It's going to be X-Drag on the offlane Earthshaker, which puts Skembaloo on that Razor. Now, Skembaloo started off with 8 tangos and a lot of stat items here. We might just be seeing an offensive tri-lane coming out from Signify. Knowing that it is this 3 melee tri-lane that XRG are going to be running, this doesn't seem like a terrible idea. It also allows for rotations towards the middle lane from the Slaughter to try and gank that Viper. Because usually the observer ward gets placed down somewhere towards this side, so you can see both the rune as well as the middle lane. And if the Slaughter comes in from this general area here, that Viper at the middle lane will be spotted without, or rather he'll be caught without any ward spotting out the rotation. But let's see how it really pans out, because in theory it sounds great. Execution is a whole other ball game. You've already got an observer ward placed down early here by Signify. This ward is going to provide intel on whether or not they're going to be attempting pulls and stacks on these two camps. It also provides some intel on heroes that might be walking down this slope towards the rune. And with this offensive tri-lane, they could try and find a pick-off on any stragglers on their way there. It is a core Monkey King. Shandi's going to be handling that one, so they need to try and get farm going on that hero. But for now, XRG looking to score an early first blood, just waiting on the top lane. Even placing down that deep observer ward to watch for X-Drag's movements. But X-Drag is being super careful about this. Spotting out DU in the lane is a dead giveaway. That is an attempted gank happening, but they will start off with the stun. The cogs not skilled up just yet, and they're not going to get in range. XRG will survive and get back out of there. Middle lane, you've got Viper starting off with an Observer Ward in his stash, while Crowley, he's got an Observer of his own. Yeah, seeing a rotation from the Nyx Assassin towards the middle lane early on as well, but backup is here in the form of Owa. He did use the sacrifice, but I'm not too sure which lane he used it in. Man, this is just okay then. Adding insult to injury, dropping the boots down and toying with Crowley, ensuring that he doesn't come forward. And Crowley, he's doing the right thing here. He's actually pulled the creep wave back and got himself some last hits. Well, Viper just gonna do whatever little damage he can on Crowley for now, before he even gets that point in the refraction. So far so good for that middle lane. Crowley's actually got more CS than the Viper in the first wave. He's at 7-2 versus 5-0 on that Viper. And he's even got a salve to work with should he choose to pop it this early on. He's just using that those side blades to get as much damage in on Gondi as he possibly can. Gondi's the one with no salve on himself, and he chose not to call it out either, so he's just abusing that fact. But this is where we should be keeping our eyes trained. Bottom lane is where most of the action is going to be happening, and in fact, as I say that, they're going to be going in here. Over, taking some damage from the battery assault, might just be going down here as first blood will go over to QWE. But here comes the retaliation, a two-man crush under the tower. XRG getting that enchant totem off on Blue Frog, needs to get the hit off on QWE, but can't quite get in range here. He has another enchant totem available. In fact, the clockwork went in the wrong direction. He's still level 1 clockwork, takes a hit, but doesn't take another enchant totem. There's no chance. Uses that crush to slow down Shondi. Meanwhile at mid, wow, Gondi, he's finally called out his salve, so he will be able to regen up again. But he's actually losing this lane quite hard here. 14-4 CS on the Templar Assassin should not be happening. But as I say that, in the jungle, they're going to find a pick off on QWE. Owa with the DD rune, looking for more. Blue Frog, no spike, Carapace will go down, giving Owa the double kill. While at mid, Crowley's the one being chased down here. Turns around, gets a hit off on Gondi, goes for the melded, gets another one off. They pop the fairy fires and oh man, no, this should not be happening. TA should not be solo killing Viper in the laning stage. And while that's happening as well, they get another kill in the bottom lane as XRG's the one to score the kill on Shondi. Disaster all over the middle and the bottom lanes here for XRG. The only silver lining here for them is that Crowley's going to have to make a base trip, while the Viper can TP back in towards the middle lane. This should give him a bit of a level advantage. But no free lunches for them. No chances here to lap up that free EXP in the middle lane. And they've even managed to force out a rotation from QWE's Clockwork, in addition to that Blue Frog Nyx Assassin. This leaves the Monkey King up by himself here on this bottom lane, in the face of the Earthshaker and the Lich. How's the top lane looking? Razor 18 and 10, while Puck is at 2 and 0. Okay then, they have lost every single lane on the side of XRG. This is the worst possible start they could have asked for. You know, in Dota, the scoreline isn't a true indicator of how this game is going, especially in the early game stage. While it's just 4-1 in favor of Signify, I'd say that this game is much more in their favor. They're even delivering these psychological blows with no chance stealing those bounty runes inside the enemy jungle. Back at mid. Looks like they were going to attempt to gank here on Crowley, but Crowley's got Gondi zoned out all the way here. No salve, in fact no tangos even left on Gondi. He just cannot come into the lane. Crowley ensures that he can't come. In fact, he's going for the kill here. He's got boots while Gondi doesn't. There's the meld hit number 1. They're going to get another auto attack off. Crowley slowed down once by the poison attack, but Gondi, he's probably going to go down here. He's trying to run, but he's not going to get too far. Even DU comes into the fray, with Clockwork entering the party as well. They're going to get the cogs to push Crowley back, and he might just end up going down for this. In fact, yep, he's going to go down. Will it be the neutrals? No, it won't. It's going to be QWE's Clockwork that gets that kill. Meanwhile, action everywhere on the bottom lane. They'll score another kill here onto Blue Frog's Nyx. 7-2. With Templar picking up yet another solo kill on the Viper. Yeah, this should just not be happening at all. Condi's gonna have to spend his money on another salve while Crowley comes back with the bottle as well as the boots. All the while this top lane is just free farmland for Skembalu's Razor. Bottom, Ova could be in trouble. The Boundless Strike is there, but the Fisher has returned the favor, blocking out Blue Frog. Ova turns and laps up the EXP under his tower. Oh, middle lane again. They're gonna get a kill this time with no chance rotating in for the gank on Condi. Signify just firing on all cylinders here in this early game with a 3000 net worth advantage going their way. Cogs coming out on Crowley, but that's a level 7 Templar Assassin. Yeah, that Clockwork needs to get the hell out of there. Well, he's gonna take a few hits from the tower before popping that refraction. Well, bottom, no chance. He's looking for this wraparound again. He's gonna come in here. XRG leading the way forward. They will get that Fisher stun. Echo Slam committed. Then an Enchant Totem. Both heroes gonna go down here. Blue Frog goes to the north, but ends up dropping anyway. 10-2 in Signify's favor, while Crowley continues to hold the fort at the middle lane, and Skembalu continues to dominate this top lane. XRG is actually going in again. Gets another hit off with that Enchant Totem. Has another one cooling down shortly. Shondi just stood around there. He had nowhere to run to. He was Fisher blocked. Another solo kill by XRG. A little help coming in from the sides from Ova, of course. Back at mid. Blue Frog hoping to get that Impale off. Misses on the Impale while Crowley just stands on this high ground and continues to farm. No chances waiting in the wings to try and make a play here as well, but it's a risky proposition going into the level 6 Viper, who's actually put 3 points into the poison attack. I mean, 1 point is enough to deal with the refraction charges. 3 points is a bit overkill, I'd say. How's the bottom lane looking? XRG. 70 seconds till he gets his Echo Slam back online, but now they've trapped out QWE. They're just gonna farm his cogs before going for the kill on him. He does have a TP available, so he's probably gonna get on out of here. Starts his TP, but without the battery assault, it's gonna get cancelled. Oh man. Another kill. Gonna go in favor of Signify here. There is an Impale coming out to slow things down, but QW is gonna get punched in the back by XRG. 2 and 12. Signify just spitting blood all over the map here. Although XRG might just be going down here. They do get that stun off with the Impale. They've got a Dream Call committed as well. Now XRG does have an Enchant Totem available. The stuns have been used. The Enchant Totem catches too. He slaps him in the face as Ova's coming in from behind doing whatever little he can. They're actually going to get the first kill on the Monkey King? Yeah, they got the Monkey King first, and then they ended up losing that Earthshaker. Now Ova could be in trouble himself, but Crowley's entered the party. Gets the kill on Blue Frog's Nyx Assassin. Slows down DU, who's forced to make a jump away to his Illusory Orb, but no chance, doesn't want to let this go that easily. Goes forward, gets silenced up, has the crush available, gets it off. There was no dodge from the phase shift there, and that means that DU is going to end up dying. Now QW is coming into the fray as well and needs to be careful about which path he takes out. No chance, wants the crush, does manage to dodge the cogs and the battery assault, staying alive a bit longer. But as Blue Frog's coming from behind, they did get the return kill on Ova, taking away a dominating streak. 4 to 15, Signify still well in the driver's seat, making all the necessary plays here and taking the lead. Skembalu, recognizing that he's here by himself, does take the liberty of doing some damage on the tier 1 tower on the top lane, even committing that Eye of the Storm. Not sure if that was for a kill or an attempted kill, or if it was just to help him farm a little faster. Gonna see Signify shrine up here before looking to make another play, possibly on this middle lane Viper. Viper's almost at half the net worth of this Templar Assassin here. A little more than half actually, but it's ridiculous how this laning stage has gone, honestly. I feel like Viper should not be this far behind. TA sitting with 5 kills and 1 death to her name. He's just cruising through this mid game and should have that blink dagger online in a fairly decent timing as well. Speaking of blinks, XRG now making his way towards his own blink dagger. Still moving about with the power treads. Has chosen not to go for the Iron Talon here. Meanwhile, DU tagged with the corrosive haze. No chance, just baiting out spells from him, forcing him to use his mana. Well, Ova at the middle lane could be going down here. He's gonna have to turn and run here, Blue Frog, for fear of TPs and rotations coming in. Looks like Ova will survive once again. And as he's got his phase boots online as well, he's fairly mobile. Crowley continuing to out-farm Gondi here, smacking him with the Sire Blades time and again. While top lane, they've dived in deep and got the kill on the Puck, who even committed his Dream Coil. 4-16, Signify just whitewashing this game at the moment. Here comes Gondi, hoping to get a return kill, but Scambaloo was prepared. Gets the Eye of the Storm and gets the kill. Oh man, that should not have happened. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, says Scambaloo as he takes a double kill on the top lane, leaving Crowley with the free lane on the middle while XRG is free to farm on the bottom. Well, it should be a tier 1 tower taken down quite comfortably by Signify. I'm seeing Blue Frog making his way there, but he's a little low on mana. However, he does have the arcane boots available, so. Shandi, meanwhile, being a pest here, steals the haste rune away from Crowley and then picks up a bounty rune before moving back inside his jungle. He's got no farm whatsoever. Crowley, meanwhile, chooses to switch gears, going for the Desolator instead of the Blink Dagger. Makes sense, given that the armor reduction comes out early from the Corrosive Haze on that Slaughter. Might as well just augment it with the Deso pickup instead of going for the Blink for the mobility. Especially when you're up against a Viper, your Blink is almost always going to be cancelled out anyway, so might want to consider keeping the Blink for a little later. Instead, just getting raw firepower. QWE, standing around here, hoping to see if he can make something happen. Just leeching the EXP while he can from those Ancients. Meanwhile, Owa is going to make his way towards the top side where Scambaloo's already TP'd in. They don't want to give up a free tower just yet. In fact, Shandi's here hoping to score a kill of his own, but that is one underfarmed Monkey King, who's going to add no value in the face of an ice armored Razor. It's just 1 point in the ice armor though. Uh-oh, they saw the Monkey King, and the Monkey King is not going to survive for much longer. And that was silly. At the same time, Gondi goes down to Crowley, and no chance, the Desolator being put to use, ripping him to shreds. 4-19, I just cannot fathom how XRG plan to come back into this game. Blue Frog is coming in, they are going to get the meld hit, but they'll miss on the Impale. The Waning Rift does connect, but now DU has been tagged. And he's got no illusionary orb to jump away. He drops down a Dream Coil. That'll allow him to get on out of there. But the trap is there to slow him down. XRG coming in, gets the hit off and gets the kill. Meanwhile, Scambaloo on the front line is just stealing away a truck ton of damage with the Echo Slam unloaded. The Chain Frost committed. Signify scores themselves a couple more kills on the middle lane while losing absolutely nothing in the exchange. Well, Shandi, XRG's hopes are resting upon you to make some big plays and get some decent farm going, but unfortunately, Monkey King just isn't the fastest farmer in the game, especially when he's under level and his Boundless Strike can't clear out an entire creep wave. Signify is playing disciplined Dota, taking objectives, getting that early Roshan with the armor reduction that they've got themselves. Well, Well, even finding a freebie here in the form of Blue Frog. They tagged him with the corrosive haze, but his spike carapace allows him to run away. That's the Aegis claim. While QWE actually hook shot it into what's almost certainly going to be his own demise. And the Cogs just being a bit of a nuisance, but Signify will get the kill nonetheless. This looks like the beginning of the end for XRG. It's a 14,000 net worth lead and about a 15,000 EXP lead going in favor of Signify. And we're just 15 minutes in. This is absolutely ridiculous. XRG are just being outclassed on every front here. Life is hard when your puck has to be worried about getting solo killed by an Earthshaker.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
No chance. Messing up that blink and crush there. Not tagging anyone with it. So he's out of mana now though, so he can't quite jump in. But he's got it available now. Doesn't have enough for the corrosive haze as well as the blink crush, but yeah, that's changed. He's got it online now. Looks like they're not gonna overcommit here. Not gonna go for that tier 3 without looking for that pick off on Shandi, who's managed to TP himself out. So some space was created. The Radiant does get themselves a tier 1 tower at the very least. Meanwhile, Scambaloo has finished up his Yasha and is building to what looks like a Hurricane Pike. Just getting as much mobility as he possibly can, while Crowley and his Arcane Rune with no chance leading the charge. They're looking for QWE and they see him. They crush him. They hit him with the haze and then the meld. He's down for the count. As usual. Let's have a quick item check on... Never mind, let's not have an item check on the side of XRG. They just have not managed to farm anything at all this game. At the very least, we're going to see Gondi picking up a Dragonlance. Scambaloo dodging a bullet on the top lane by the looks of it. Starts to steal some damage from Blue Frog and let's send him on his way, but on low HP. He's going to TP into that middle lane with nothing to work with. One hit would have done the trick, but he's popped the Spike Carapace now. The Cogs come in on no chance. The Sire Blade's not quite connecting on Blue Frog, but doing a fair bit of damage onto QWE. Let's send him back again. Now Crowley, he's going to force out a fortification by himself before backing away. Remember, he's still got the Aegis to work with, so he can make some YOLO plays, and that's what he's gonna do. Walking forward, chooses not to overcommit with the blink. Instead, blinks out. All the while, you've got Ova just showing some discipline and restraint here, pushing this bottom lane. With X-Rag at his back, and now Crowley joining the fray. It's going to be another tier 2 tower taken down and Signify. I wonder if they just choose to go high ground. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. Scambaloo's walking into the lane as well, and we've already got the Earthshaker joining up here. With that Aegis available on Crowley, they most certainly could commit to this. Shandi waiting on the treetops, but they're going to start with the meld hit and the crush onto Blue Frog. He's down for this engagement. They've got the stun out on DU. He's been tagged with the corrosive haze as well, while Gondi comes in and hits Crowley. Couple of times, just slowing him down, slowing down his mobility. No chance. Tags Gondi with the corrosive haze, while Crowley is gonna tank up those poison attacks before blinking away. Still going to work on that tier 3 tower, just focusing on the objectives, willing to give up his Aegis here, get back some mana. Viper with the cheeky deny by the plasma field, revealing the Monkey King on the side, ends up scoring a kill on him as well. He has the buyback, but what good is it gonna do here? XRG, the Echo Slam unloaded, brings down the puck, and then they're gonna go for QWE. He's down for the count as well. Viper's losing his damage while Blue Frog has been tagged behind. He's been slowed down by the Psionic Trap, and he's gonna get hit with a Fissure as well. Blue Frog's down, Scambaloo scores the kill, and the GG comes out. XRG have been decimated. 5-31, 90 minutes in. Signify, I don't even know if they feel happy with this win. They just destroyed their opponents and it's back to spamming MMR games for them. Anyway folks, hope you've had a blast. I'm CloudX. I'll see you guys soon. I believe we're going to be going to a short breather before we come back after the ROG Masters. But if not, do tune into the channel every evening, 8 PM. Every evening of course, except Tuesdays, because that's the weekly holiday. Until next time folks, See you around.
Let's play.
Fire makes no city waves of light. Close your eyes and just stay tight. We have to go. Stay with me while we leave. Don't worry, just believe me. This journey will relieve us. Stay with me while we leave. Stay with me.
paradise, standing up a mile high. Oh, you fall to give me strength. I can't see a reason to try to fight for meaning, but
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ESL India Masters Division for the match between Team Executioners and Team Brutality. I'm not really sure. Executioners, Executions. One of the two. Pardon me. First time casting this team. Not these players. Have met these players quite a few times on So Strong. To my utter dismay. Sahil especially, crazy good aimer, crazy good movement, an up-and-coming prodigy of the Indian Counter-Strike scene. Anyway, we're going to go live with the pistol round on Train, and Team Brutality start on the CT side, the favored side, and Rix is going to go pushing up towards E-box. Does get spotted out. Main going to peek him and decapitate him. Down he goes, and now it's going to come down to Waz. He gets one. Pasha Sahil in the meantime has found Venom, but Waz, oh, nice flick onto Nato there, completely eviscerates him. Juventa in the meantime does find Main, and Pasha Sahil is gonna get pictured from both sides. Juventa is coming in on the lurk. The one and only Juventa finds Pasha Sahil. That leaves Jumper O all alone in a 1v3. Pexer though is very low, was not really in the pink of health either, but it is a 1v3. All Brutality need to do is just peek them together and not give Jumper O the 1v1s that he so desperately needs right now in order to clutch this round for his team and put them one round to the good after the pistol round. Well, Juventa is going to spot out Jumper O, and he's going to escape unscathed, but how long can he maintain that? Well, Pexer spots out as well. They know exactly where he's playing from. They're slowly trying to triangulate his position, and Pexer just playing it so smart, just trying to run the clock down. They know that Jumper O has to make his way to the bomb site eventually, and there we go. He comes out and he's put down by Waz in the end. First round firmly going in favor of Team Brutality, and I'm a bit curious about this map pick though. Train at one point was Brutality's strongest map, and Team Executioners allowing it through. But maybe they have a plan, maybe they have an ace up their sleeve, you never know. So only time will tell, so let's just, take this journey together. Alright, force buy coming out from Executioners, no surprise there whatsoever. And Juventa's going to be playing close towards ramp, should hear Pasha Sahil. Pasha taking his time, just marking for an upper push. Oh, I think he spotted out Juventa's arm. Rattling off those couple of deagle shots has given his position away, but it doesn't matter because Rix is playing again aggro towards E-box with the UMP. He needs to be careful. He can get run down by the pistols at this close range very easily. And the bomb is still chilling towards Ivy. Was the only player actually paying attention towards Ivy. But he's, again, smart positioning coming in from Brutality. They're trying to engage in the longer ranges as much as possible. But now the bomb is slowly making its way towards the inner bomb site, as we can see. And there are two players, there are Venom and Juventa, lying in wait, but both have UMPs. And at range, these days, the UMP is more or less a Nerf gun or a Spud gun than an actual gun. Yeah, Eloquence 101. Pasha Sahil, though, does get tickled by that nade. That smoke might just block him for a few seconds. In fact, it might just help him come out unspotted. In the meantime, Juventa is going to be playing towards spools. Gets one, gets two, almost gets the third, but Venom burning Juventa alive. Pexer in the meantime has rotated, and Pasha go huge, but well, Pexer's just gonna go spraying away and sprays him down. But what a good hold coming in from Brutality. Venom and Juventa standing strong towards the inner bomb site. Venom burning one to a crisp, spraying one down. Juventa gets a double man sprayed on with the UMP. There's a pretty good amount of money made between the two of those fantastic players over towards the inner bomb site. And unfortunate for EXE, they don't even manage to get the bomb down, which means that they are going to go in for a full eco. And I am really, my mouth is watering to see Venom just go on a tear with the MP9. Oh, unfortunate for him. He has to fall back, but they're going to walk into the crosshairs. And Venom and Juventa yet again just laying down the law. They just walk a 5-man meat grinder entry. Right there. They just walk in one by one, and Venom just holds down left mouse button, pulls down, and just thank you very much. Easy money. And Venom's still going to stick with the MP9. I like him. A man after my own heart. Oh, man, finally throws it away. Oh, it's going to be Juventa with the MP9. Okay, a man after my own heart. I like him. Let's go. And slow start. Smoker is going to be holding in, but there is going to be an upper push, and Pexer gets one, and Juventa is there with the assist. Pasha trying to get away from the nade, will do so. The second nade though won't really connect, and in the meantime Rix does fall. trying to push T-mid, but Smoker taking a ton of damage. More or less, teams are evenly balanced in terms of HP and personnel, although weaponry is firmly in the favor of Team EXE. So Brutality need to be careful going forwards, and they have let the ball drop a little bit towards Ivy. Nato and Jumpero are making their way out from Ivy as we speak. That Molotov not really going to do anything, and was just caught firing in the wrong angle. That's the man advantage completely neutralized, and Venom has taken the position with the MP9. That gun can be devastating at this close range. Gets one, picks up, unable to pick up the rifle. Oh, unfortunate for... but gonna push the smoke! Pexer just unable to connect with the FAMAS spray down, but two players are so very low. Juventa can do this. Pasha Sahil, the only player with HP, is the only player that Juventa honestly truly needs to find, but he needs to be careful. Pasha Sahil watching IU, watching the wrong angle, and a two-man spray down just as I speak. 5 HP versus 19. Bomb out in the open. Juventa, you're around to lose, and you shall lose it. All right, Smoker will clutch it. 1v1, 5 HP versus 19. But the problem is that EXE's money is completely wrecked at this point. They lost 4 players. They won't have the full weaponry, the full utility going into this round, while Brutality can easily buy into this round because they have a lot of money saved. They had very good rounds coming into this round. Kept 4 or 5 players alive consistently, got most of their kills with the SMGs. So they have money for days, at least in this round. They will be economically hurt if they lose this, but again, like I said, they're at an advantage. Oh, Smoker feeling the wrath of the HE in the face. 67 points of health, 61 hit points on the armor in a flash. In the meantime, Juventa is going to go pushing upper, and Main is going to be playing smart. Oh, looks away at the worst possible moment. A flash comes in and Juventa crosses over. What perfect team play there coming out from Brutality. Beautifully played. Oh, but Main just so aware, knows what that flash was there for, and is not gonna be fooled at all. Man advantage, EXE, very early on into the 5th round, and now Brutality need to scarper, need to scramble, need to show some true grit and determination. They have fallen apart in the past when they've gone a man down. It looks like they're always at 6s and 7s when they have a man disadvantage to contend with. But they have been taking prolonged coaching sessions over Discord or TeamSpeak with Equitas, erstwhile IGL for TMG, when TMG were actually a relevant team in Indian Counter-Strike. So let's see if that has paid off. We'll find out in a couple of seconds as the Molotov comes in. Pexer gets spotted out. Venom again a bit premature with the shooting and will go down, but Pexer does get one. Gets 2, but does get taken on by Main in the end. And flank. Now it's down to a 1v2. Oh, the spray down was... Just need to stay alive. 5 seconds left. Gets 1, gets 2. Was with the clutch. What a clutch though. And that is the 4th round on the board for Team Brutality. Beautifully played there by Was. Little bit of luck involved, yes, but that was purely mostly skill apart from that attempted spray down while Main was trying to plant the bomb initially. But now EXE broke for days. Armor pistol out on the 2 players. That's all they can manage, and pretty decent buy being brought into the fold by Team Brutality. There we go. Spots out. Pasha Sahil makes his save. Pexer gets the kill onto Smoker. God, I hate that. I mean, it's difficult to say in like in a flow. Smoker. Maybe not. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I can't England as well as I thought I could. Anyway, 2-man to the good. Brutality. They're up against more or less an eco team, but Main's gonna pull one out of the bag and gets the drop on Rix. That Deagle singing the songs of death and destruction. In the meantime, Venom subs in to take up the aggro position over towards Olaf, while NATO has made his way. And Main just doing continuous damage, gets 2 kills. Was does find NATO though. Main, in the meantime, will he get more? No is the answer. And now, yet again, Jumpero finds himself in a 1v3. My god, what an intense feeling of deja vu in the same spot as well. This time he gets Molotoved off, and Was will put an end to his shenanigans. Good night, have a good day. Alrighty, 5 rounds on the board for Team Brutality. Yes, it's Train. Yes, it's a CT-sided map. So I think EXE should be happy if they manage to put at least 5 rounds on the board. At least. If they can make it to the 5-round mark, they still have a chance of mounting a comeback. Alrighty, a full eco out from them. Juventa hears this, chucks out a nade, gets one. That nade, it's like lands like Hiroshima on Pasha Sahil's face, but Main is able to get 1 kill at least. Second nade to go out, and that's gonna tickle Main. In the meantime, Venom finds another player, and Nato does make his way out on the bomb site. Will they get the plant down though? And yeah, ooh, Main doing a ton of damage with that P250, getting two players. That's 2 rifles taken out of the hands of Brutality, and Main just playing in the smoke like a cheeky bugger and gets the third as well. Going in for the knife. Look at the balls on this man. 3 kills for Nato with the pistol. That's tremendous economic damage done for Brutality, and their money hasn't been shored up to that extent that they can afford to lose 3 right now. They will be hurting going forward. Alright, a little quick panchayat session in CT spawn right now, just to even out the economy, spread out the guns, the goodies as they say. And yeah, both teams bought up to the teeth, although Juventa, little light on the utility, but the rest of this team is completely stacked to the brim. And we're going to see Rix making his way with the AWP and playing close. This is scary. He needs to hit his shots, and he needs to hit them true and not miss a single opportunity, because this spot he would be in for a world of pain if he misses the first shot. In the meantime, has pushed all the way up deep in towards Ivy. He's getting a ton of information for his team, allowing the rest of the Brutality squad to adjust their setup. Pexer's gonna go pushing mid. Oh, the flashbang. Team flash, always the worst feeling. In the meantime, Rix still hasn't moved a muscle. Okay, attempt 2. This time the flashbang does catch the opponent, but the Molotov denies Pexer. Pexer will just be annoyed right now. Twice he's attempted to push teammate. Twice he's been denied. Once by his teammate's flash, and the other time by, well, oh my god, team flash for days. Please call your flash, Brutality. And, oh, alright. One player goes down, but the trade does come in. And, the rest of the team is making its way out of Pop Dog. So, and yeah, well, Smoker and Main just completely eviscerate that A defense, leaving them all alone in the bomb site, while the push from Ivy is on its way as well. Venom needs to be very careful. He does spot out 1 player. Venom's still not aware that there might be someone from Ivy coming in. Rix, in the meantime, has made his way out with the AWP, the big green gun, and he spots out Jumpero and Pasha Sahil, both missing shots left, right, and center. That is not what was on the card. And oh, what? What? Rix, calm down, son. Then it's a 1v1. That nade is not going to bother anybody. Rix doesn't have a kit to play with. Needs to be a bit more nimble-footed. Oh, missing the flick. Has 7 bullets to play with. He's going to jump on the bomb train, and he's going to get put down by Jumper over Rix with a valiant effort trying to stymie the flow of EXE. But unfortunately, towards the end there, just a little bit too much for him, you know, bit off a little bit too much for him to chew and swallow. And there we go, the money on Brutality is gone. They might go for a force buy because 3 players are on double eco territory. They're just going to try and balance out the economy, just spread around some pistols and try to make something happen. But it is going to have to be a double eco for them, or they force buy in the next round. Either way, their buy isn't going to be ideal in any way, shape, or form. And it's funny that EXE don't yet have a read on the fact that economy on Brutality is absolute garbage, because I don't see a single SMG out on any. Should have been. In fact, the first time the aggressive teammate play works out, Rix is going to go for the AK-47 and he's going to fall back. Man advantage as well as a rifle recovered. That's as good as a start that Brutality could have hoped for with the buy that they had going into this round. And Pasha Sahil is just teetering on the edge of Pop Dog here, waiting for any, adventurous CTs to maybe try and poke their noses where it doesn't belong, so that he can slice it right off with a decisive headshot. All right. Looks like it is gonna be a play towards the outer bomb site. The windows are being popped. The smokes are being lined up. Jumper. Oh, this is the Molotovs being lined up. For close pop. Yeah. So that Pasha can make his way down and clear it out while the bomb makes its way inner. Venom needs to be careful because Juventa has used this spot. And yeah, he's gonna get peeked and taken down almost instantly. Juventa with the Deagle, unable to do anything. Is just gonna go pushing YOLO and lands up on someone's butt and gets the kill. And Riggs, they just completely eviscerated this B presence. Pasha though will put out the Molotov. And Brutality are looking a bit disorganized right now. The bomb is taking away. Everyone's so very low but does get taken down in the end. But is there enough time? Yes, there's plenty of time. And Brutality win a round that looked almost impossible, and it all came to fruit because of that one rifle recovered and that fantastic pop flash play over towards teammate very early on into the round. 7-2 is the score in favor of Brutality after 9 rounds of play, and EXE look a bit disorganized. Like, they got the bomb down, they got the first early kill. Why was there so much why was there no communication going in post-plant? Why were there 3 players still on the bomb side as the bomb went down? They should have just spread out, and that would have given Brutality little to no chance of mounting that retake. Alright, fast play out towards teammate. Rick spots out 2 players. Molotov's going down. They're going to be, the floor is going to be lava. Players are burning alive. NATO somehow staying alive. It's like an island in the middle there. Somehow they stay alive. Jumpero does get the kill, but the bomb is dropped, and wow. Walking in. Rix does get main though finally, but here's the thing, right? Brutality are losing too many players too cheaply. Jumpero though gets a face full of flashbang, and Rix needs to retreat to safety. Jumpero has taken a ton of damage. Smoka though has help, but what a flick from Rix. As smooth as they come. And wow. Okay then, Rix, calm down. Full house of frags between Venom and Rix. And that's 8-2 after 10 rounds. And Brutality's money is still not looking as good as it ought to. And that's primarily because they keep losing players when they shouldn't be losing players, if that makes any sense. And Jumpero, I mean, EXE still have a good chance of resetting the Brutality economy if they win this round. If not completely resetting it, but at least stretching it out to the point that Brutality will feel a pinch every time they lose a player in the next round. And they did yet again very, very fast. Venom gets one, but oh, the longest spray of his career finally does land, and there we go, was doing the tippy tap. Which color do you want? Gets a quick double kill. And that leaves again Jumper. Oh, I think he'll get tired of getting into 1v1s, but he's playing it very well. He's trying to isolate the angle so that he can't get double or multiple peaked. He's gonna find Juventa, but Juventa is gonna land the shot, the fadeaway headshot onto Jumper O to put the 9th on the board for Team Brutality. And now it's looking a bit more comfortable for Team Brutality, round after round, stringing buys together. But like I said, EXE, all they need to do is get one solid round on the board, and that will bring Brutality's money. Only Rix has a modicum of economy going for him. Everyone else, look at Vuz, $150, Venom, $800, Pexer, why am I saying Zotac? Pexer, $1650, Juventa, $2650. Not really, not really looking like a Gulf nation's economy right now. Smoker yet again out mid, fast E-box, but this time Venom's ready for that fast play, does get the drop on him, gets the kill, man advantage, and there we go, Pexer gets the kill onto Pasha Sahil. 2-man advantage very early on established here for Brutality. They should not be letting this round slip from their grasps whatsoever, and Juventa getting caught out in no man's land, but somehow managing to make his way out of there without taking any damage. The Molotov followed by the nade is not going to do anything, and there we go. Jumper Road does get taken on. The bomb does get planted, so that's $800 extra in the bank for them. Everybody goes down, everybody stays alive, but I think objective achieved for EXE, got the bomb down. So that's $800 extra in the bank for them, which means going into the 13th round, they're gonna have, well, everything. Yeah, they're gonna have everything. But first time, though, Brutality managing to put a round with all 5 players remaining alive, which means even if they do lose this round, regardless to say, they will be able to go into the next with a comfortable bye No problems whatsoever. And that round was solely needed to shore up the Brutality economy and just give them some breathing room and allow them a little margin for error in terms of, making a few mistakes regarding the round's outcome. And Zotac completely blind, but doesn't matter. He's going to make his way towards Pop Dog and gets the kill onto Pasha Sahil. The only player who pushed, no trades coming in. Juventa has pushed. Whoa, T-Ram, that is ballsy. He's going to make his way back down. T-Ramp is going to pick up the AK-47 maybe, and they're out teammate. Down goes Pexer, down goes Venom. Was the only player left alive. He's going to hold strong. Juventa does get a kill. Was with a double kill. Now Rix in a 1v1 yet again. But Jumper, at least this time, he'll be relieved that he's not in a 1vx and just a 1v1. Venom. Oh, Rix. Wow. Instant vasectomy there for Jumper. And Rix, the hero of Brutality yet again. 11-2 is the score. Brutality have been in this position way too many times in the recent past for me to just call it their game. Hopefully they don't choke on the switch. They had an 11-4 half against Semper X, I think, or Scorchers it was, on Cash, and then they lost it 12-16. So I'm not going to call it yet, not going to curse them with the curse of the commentator, but it looks good for them. Looks really good indeed. I will not lie. Was is just, yeah, no cares given. The smokes coming out for the A-bomb side. Pex is just going to toss out a warning Molotov just to stop. See, this is where the utility really comes in. The mountain of Molotovs that, stops these pushes, forces the players into positions they wouldn't want to push from. Like right now, was landing that 3K is absolutely glorious. In the meantime, we do have Rix, who does fall, but Venom also falling. Okay then, and wow, was forced to Smoker. Smoker has gone huge. And Pasha Sahil will fall, the last player. Just reclining to death there, landing on his shoulders. And that's 12-2 for Brutality, and en route to a 13-2 half. That would be a very good half indeed for Team Brutality, if I may say so myself. I mean, I am a noob. This chat correctly points out, what is this Silver talking about? He is Gold Nova. Why is he talking about professional Counter-Strike? Yeah, well, I am a noob, but, guess what? I also happen to know a couple of things about the game. So far, I will say that Brutality have done a fantastic job in this half. Juventus just going to throw down the smoke, trying to, put off any players pushing, but Pasha Sahil will get 2 kills regardless. And in fact, it's going to be a 3v2 retake coming in for Brutality. That Molotov, that nade, just doesn't land, and Jumper gets Pexer. And, well, like I said, curse of the commentator. Actually, no, I called it a 12-3 half, didn't I? Or a 13-2, whatever. I remember saying both 12-3 and 13-2 at the same time. I am mildly schizophrenic, maybe. I don't know. Alright, yeah. Will get flanked by Jumper and taken down. It is a 12-3 half, and Brutality can be proud of this half. But now, EXE, no margin for error whatsoever. They need the pistol round and every round after that if they want to win this game. Let's see what they bring to the table. Because, well, it's Train. It is a predominantly CT-sided map. So I would expect them to have a good CT side because they did let this map through. Although I wouldn't put anything past Brutality. They have been drilling on this map. It was one of their strongest map back a couple of months ago. So they should have a few plays in the playbook on the T side, which should allow them to get those 4 rounds that they need to clinch this map and secure the victory. All right, a 3-2 setup. It's shaping up to be an inner play. Was and Juventa loaded up on the utility. Those 4 flashbangs can come in really handy. And that Molotov can either be used to stop rotations early on or later on. Either way. Oh, NATO needs to be careful. Pexer dropping like a bat out of hell. And Venom lands a long distance headshot, but does get replied in kind by Main. And the bomb's gone down. Good post plants coming in. The only player left on the side is Pexer. See, these are the post plants I was talking about that EXE should have taken. And Pexer looking away at the worst possible moment. Timing just not his friend, but Jumper does have a kit on him. I think Juventa realizes that, lays down the Molotov, but there's a smoke on the bomb. Oh my god, Jumpero does get taken down. Oh, but in the nick of time, Rix comes out. Karina on the corner. Okay, was spraying away at the wrong position, and Mrin just gonna stick it, and EXE wins the round. Oh my god, was the timing. Oh. Then what? Oh my god. What a round. EXE. Just balls of steel from Mrin there, sticks the defuse, gets it in at the nick of time, was trying his very best, shooting at the wrong position first, then jumping down, trying to channel his inner Batman, and then Deadpool trying to go stabby, shanky at the back. Does manage to land the shank though. That's $1,500 in the bank for him, so that's good money. So he can actually maybe drop an op towards Rix in the next round. Or just generally be a thorn in their side, and they're gonna go fast towards B. Oh, was making his way out. Mrin getting caught out in no man's land, but was gonna go empty an entire clip and connect with nothing but air. In the meantime, Juventa rattling off shots with the Tech 9, the Keck 9, the Nerf gun now. And Rix, the last player left alive. And 3 players converging in on his position. Very slim chances of him actually succeeding, and now Juventa will have to go for a Galil buy-up, while was can, like I said, can drop the AWP out towards over towards Rix. They will be fairly light on the utility though, and will be solely reliant on Rix opening things up with the AWP on the T side on Train. Now, with Train and the T side and an op, you need an aggressive opper. You cannot have a passive opper on Train T side, because you need that op to make plays and to open up bomb sites for you. It's so difficult to make your way out into the bomb sites on Train as it is. So you're really reliant on your opper to make plays with the big green gun. And Rix is the ideal man for the job in this scenario. At one point, the best opper in the country, by far, by miles. Now he has fallen off with the rise of the likes of Antidote and Psy coming and challenging the mantle. And they have done, and Rix has done a fantastic job of passing the mantle on to the young blood as well. Although, don't get me wrong folks, Rix is still a force to be reckoned with. He's a tool of the force, because what he lacks in reactions and speed, now he makes up for it, and then some, in experience and just knowledge. The angles he holds, the fights he takes, the times he peaks. Just impeccable. It catches many an opper off guard. And NATO will be challenged. 3 players peeking him, and Rix, look at that angle he's holding. That is what I'm saying. Beautiful play coming out from Rix, and Mrin is just gonna get completely mowed down. Smoker now taking the AWP over towards Connector. Bomb is gonna go down, and Smoker needs to be careful. There we go. Spots out the barrel there. Pexer, and just continues spraying until he finds the Smoker head. Down goes Smoker. 5 players kept alive, as clean around as they come, and Jumpero is just going to hold on to this rifle and try and save it. They don't have money. They do not have money, folks. They are broke. EXE, broke. And Jumpero will get Pexer and upgrade to the AK-47, and will still manage to... Okay, then I spoke a bit too soon. Good night, Jumpero, and Brutality putting a very good round on the board and taking the score a little bit forward towards 13-5. That's 1 foot already in the grave for Team EXE. They have no room for error going forward, and they will force into this round, which means that they're going to have no money whatsoever. And if they lose this round, that's more or less GG for them. More or less. Stranger things have happened. This is Counter-Strike. Pistols... Well, yeah, they're a bit overpowered. Wee bit. Juventa barreling his way in towards Pop Dog. And look at that. Almost a 2-man spray down for Pexer. Does a ton of damage onto Mrin as well. And Smoker getting the kill on Juventa. What a shot from him, though. Not going as per plan for Team Brutality. Smoker playing on the edge of Red Train. Playing Peekaboo, and Pasha Sahil, a 2-man spray down of Dreams, leaving Was all alone in a 1v3. Mrin though is low. Smoke, just catch. Let him, will he be allowed to retreat? No, he won't. Was will get the bomb down. Might be able to clutch it if he's able to get to safety in time. Jumpero spots him, and he's able to make his way towards safety just in the nick of time. And he is gonna book it. He is gonna go upper and try and hold off. It's all on his shoulders. He has utility to play with. He has a Molotov, has a smoke, has a nade. On the flip side, the Pasha Sahil and Jumpero just have the guns. Jumpero with a kit So he will be the one taking the diffuse. Pasha Sahil watching it like a hawk. Spots it out and Pasha Sahil clutching out that round. Huge 3-day for him, and Jumpero will easily be able to stick the diffuse. Is also gonna play with the E key on his keyboard a little bit so that Pasha can go get the AWP and he can recover the AK-47 from the vanquished was. Alrighty, like I said, this is CS and pistols are a wee bit overpowered, and yeah, EXE put their 6th round on the board. That force by really paying off. Pasha Sahil with that solo M4 going absolutely clutch for his team. But thus far, the player on EXE to watch out for has been Mrin. He's sitting on 22 frags. Top fragging the server, in fact, has been a revelation this game. And Mrin now is going to line them up. No, he's not. He's going to go falling down. The B defense absolutely annihilated. Should just go calling for the save right now. Rix is watching the flank. And, oh, Smoker. I thought I was going to say Smoker will be getting a taste of his own medicine, but no, that's not going to happen. Was does find Smoker, though. It's down to a 1v2. Sorry, a 2v2 now. Both the players remaining, all 4 players have guns, but Pasha Sahil and Jumpero have quite a bit of utility to play with right now. And that Molotov goes coming in, and Juventus going to be doing the smart thing. He's going to be pushing the smoke, playing the smoke like a boss. And Pasha, aware that something toward might be happening, and Vaz and Juventa sync up their kills. Simultaneous massacre towards the bomb train, and with that, Brutality put the 14th round on the board. And they are slowly but surely inching their way towards victory. EXE will have to force it up again. Like I said, they have no room for error at this point. They have to go huge. They have to do what's necessary. And let's see if they can actually clutch it out. It's going to be a curious game from this point forward. If they manage to win this round, it is going to be a very curious game going forward. And lots of flashbangs early on. Pasha with the scout rattles off a shot, doesn't connect with anything, but oh, does find Vaz in that with that shot. And Venom finds Smoker. The Molotov is going to push Pasha back, and the aim punch is going to restrict his aim. And Jumpero in the meantime has pushed all the way up towards Ivy, and he's going to be on the fast flank. Fast being a very relative term. On the flip side, though, the nade is going to do some damage, but Texer spots out one, gets one, and gets two. He's just lining them up left, right, and center. And Jumper, the lone survivor playing towards teammate, maybe just playing for some exits, but Juventa is aware. There we go, Jumpero. Baited, yet jebaited, son. Will pick up the AK-47, has HP, but will try and make his way out. Will not be able to. Texer says, "Nuh-uh, sit down, not today." And now I'ma show off my B-hopping skills. Pretty good hops. He strung 4 together. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Alright, match and map point for Brutality, 15-6. And Brutality, happy days for you Brutals fans, guys. Happy days for you. Finally, the boys in yellow are putting a victory on the cards for you guys. Hopefully. I mean, it ain't over till the fat lady sings, as I've always said. And this time it's Smoker out with the M4 on the CT side. Main gonna be holding solo towards inner. He's gonna face a lot of firepower coming his way very soon, and he's gonna get taken down. He's gonna get instantly run over. It's like a bullet train. Just smashed him in the face. Pasha Sahil is gonna go pushing though, and Juventa is not gonna be able to spot it. He was caught napping a little bit, and Pasha will be able to recover the AK-47 as well and make his way out. It's gonna 4v4 retake, but Nato lands a nasty shot onto Pexer. Oh, what is Vaz doing? My god. Okay. Oh, my aneurysms are back. NATO is going to throw down, but Venom's going to get the tapper going for him. Oh, gets the diffuser down, but there is enough time on the card, I think. Is there? Yeah, there's enough time on the bomb timer for Pasha to stick this diffuse. And are Brutality choking? Do they need a sports psychologist? You never know. 15-7 still. 8 match and map points in favor of Brutality. They should not be throwing this away. They have the money. They have the rounds. Just grit your teeth and see it through, boys. Just grit your teeth and see it through. On the flip side, EXE might have just found the little ray of hope that they were looking for to maybe mount a comeback. I mean, it's still a long way away. 15-7, they have to win 8 rounds in a row. But this is the CT side on train, so it's not impossible. Well, okay, wait. Sorry. Rick's just showing the new kids on the block how it's done. Opening kill. Smokes, Molotovs, the utility comes pouring in. Venom's just gonna be tapper. Oh! Venom! Nasty little cheeky shot through the smoke. And that leaves EXE in a 2v5, a 1v5, in a wait for it. It is gonna be legendary. Alright, Mrin just spraying through the smoke. Juventa gonna come in with the ultimate insult to injury, that is trying to get the knife in. And there we go, what I was waiting to say. And in a none v5. Anyway, folks, this has been Fet. It has been an absolute pleasure streaming, casting for you guys. And that is Brutality 16-7, finishing it off with style on Train. I hope you guys had fun. I certainly did. See you all next time. Bye-bye, and have a great evening.
I'm mad, don't
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ESL India Premiership's daily stream. This is Manoj Supergola casting some Clash Royale action for you, and today we're going to have Arpan versus Mrin. So, we saw how Mrin got his first points on the board a couple of days ago, and we'll have to wait and see if he's able to do it against Arpan again. So, Arpan right now looks like he's playing a Hog Cycle deck with Lightning to defend against 3 Musketeers possibly, while Mrin is playing a mirror-based deck. He's using the barrel and the rocket to chip damage from Arpan's towers. We'll just have to wait and see which deck performs better, I guess, since both of these players are like top-level masters players. I don't expect them to make a lot of mistakes, so either they win because they have a better deck, or they win because somebody lagged and made a mistake. So we'll just have to wait and see. Pekka coming down from Arpan makes quick short work of the bowler and now starts making his way across the river. Mrin's Goblin Gang manages to distract it for a bit, but looks like he will be able to get at least 2 hits off onto the tower, and those are some 2 massive hits. Look at that, just 2 hits and the tower is at 779. Zap coming down onto the minion horde, Eve is onto the Goblin Barrel, and that push has been stopped. Although Mrin did manage to get I don't know, a couple of hits off. Now it's at 1540, but he's in some real danger right now. 779 does not look like a really attractive number, especially since we are approaching double elixir. 18 seconds left. I guess we'll just have to wait and see if he'll be able to turn this around. And those batsmen, they're too fast. They do a lot of damage. Sure, they die with 1 hit from the tower, but again, they do so much damage before they die. Another huge Pekka coming out is going to be met by a rocket, which is going to chip off both the tower and the Pekka. How is Mrin going to react to this though? Like, everything that he's throwing at the Pekka is being defeated, especially since Arpan has those bats. He has the lightning. Oh, what is happening? Oh, a misplacement coming out from Mrin right there. Like, the baby dragon and the Evis made short work of the minion horde. And here comes another Hog Rider, just unfettered in any attempt. Gets 3 hits off onto the King Tower. Mrin does make a move against Arpan's remaining tower, but nothing is really coming out of Mrin's efforts. 5 seconds left. I think we can safely call this in favor of Arpan right here. So 1-0 in favor of Arpan right there. Congratulations, Arpan. Now we have the score at 1-0 in favor of Arpan. And before we head off into the second game, let's just take a moment of our time and thank our best friends in the entire world, as Gautam and I like to call them. Our title sponsor, Omen by HP. We also have Zoe by BenQ and HyperX. And all of us here at Northern Gaming are happy to produce this Premiership to you every day, 6:30 without fail. So, looks like we are ready for the next match. Here we go. And there we are. So, Arpan is in the lead right now with a score of 1-0. We'll have to see if Mrin can top it off, or is he going to succumb to the 3-0 curse as many other Masters players have been. Okay, so crossbow coming out from Mrin right there. That is nice. Being met by a rocket, which also takes care of the Mega Minion. And Mrin has a log to take care of the princess, but I think he's going to use the laser dragon. Yes, he does. Look at that. It's so slow. So slow, man. I'm going to be really surprised if Mrin is able to get any damage onto the tower from his laser dragon, or inferno dragon, as some sticklers like to call it. Okay. Ice Spirit and a Goblin Barrel coming out, being immediately met by a log. I would call it a value log, but they did get some damage off onto the tower. Crossbow again being distracted by the knight. Rocket being expended to take care of the crossbow. Look at that. Arpan giving out an angry emote to display his frustration at the fact that he's not able to do chip damage with the rocket. But we're just about halfway into the game here. minute 30 seconds left until the last minute of double elixir, and so far neither player has made any huge moves. Rocket coming out from Mrin takes care of the princess and does a little bit of chip damage onto the tower. Mega Minion being used to defend. Oh, a predictive log play right there. Arpan thought he was being smart by placing the barrel behind the tower, but we've seen Mrin place excellent logs time and time again, so I'm really not surprised that this is the case now. So we have entered the last minute, time for double elixir. Look at that, the crossbow comes down and immediately Arpan fires the rocket. He's been saving it for his crossbow, but the sad part for Arpan is that he has that Inferno Tower in his deck, in his hand, that's been just sitting there doing nothing. It's basically a dead card, and maybe he can use the Inferno Tower to counter the crossbow instead of using his rockets again and again. Oof, there we go. Another rocket being expended just to destroy the crossbow. You know, past couple of days I and Gautam have been casting quite like the matches, and the crossbow has been extremely deadly, like extremely deadly. Is he going to use another rocket for this again? No, he isn't. A lot of things going on. We are entering overtime. Ooh, okay. So princess being whacked. The second princess is also going to get whacked. That Mega Minion did some work right there, man. He basically destroyed elixir that's about 3 times his own worth. Another predictive play by Mrin. Very excellent placement of the log. Takes care of the goblins wherever they land. Let's quick check at the HPs of the towers. Mrin's stone towers are sitting at 1919 and 2163, while Arpan's towers are lower at 1487 and 2119. Another whack coming out of the Mega Minion to take care of the princess. I think this princess is also going to die. So he is able to bring down one crossbow without using the rocket, and that does give him a good advantage, but these rocket saves are coming too few and too far in between. Another log coming out to destroy the goblins from Arpan. Oh, wow. So none of the princesses are doing much damage anywhere. We do see Mrin's tower going down to 1611, but I don't know, guys. I think this is a stalemate. Yeah, I think we might have one of those few rare moments in the ESL India Premiership where we are going to see a draw match. Are we? I guess we'll have to wait another 90 seconds to see if I'm right. But yeah, I'm pretty confident. Rishabh is sitting there right beside me, and I'm looking at his face, and he's just giving me a smile. No information at all, no predictions, nothing. What do you think, Rishabh? Is this going to be a draw, or is somebody going to win?
Like, I've been watching the game for like just 45 seconds now, but it seems like they have the decks which are pretty much balanced against each other.
Right, it's going back and forth like a seesaw. You know, that Inferno Dragon was never able to reach the tower. The crossbow was never able to hit the tower. And Arpan has this card right there, that Inferno Tower. It's been in his hand since the beginning. He has not found a good chance to use them.
I mean, like we've been seeing, like as soon as Arpan drops the goblin barrel, the log, Mrin readies up the log and takes down that goblin barrel.
Right, such excellent placement, right? Even when Arpan tries to sort of be sly and place the barrels elsewhere. So 20 seconds, yeah. Now I'm actually pretty confident that this is going to be a draw. So this is quite exciting. We don't get many draws in the Premiership, do we? Like we saw a couple of draws. Ruben at the land finale. That 3-minute difference, man. Like everything was being thrown at him, including the kitchen sink, and he still managed to defend. And this is more of an even trade, I guess, but still exciting to watch. So there we go. The first draw of this session, I guess, this August session. So, well, that was exciting. I'm anxious to get into the next game, and I'm just starting it right now. There we go. Okay, so here we are, P.E.K.K.A versus P.E.K.K.A. We see bats on Mrin's hand, and we see Evis and Hog Rider on Arpan's hand. And these decks feel quite similar, right? These look like Hog Cycle decks with a P.E.K.K.A for defense and a big push. Bandit and Miner.
The electricity, the lightning could be the wild card this time.
The lightning, yes. But I'm not sure. Will the lightning get enough value? It needs at least two other cards, like at least an Evis and a Bandit, or even a P.E.K.K.A that's close by to the tower for it to get any value.
Arpan has the Evis as a supporting card with the P.E.K.K.A. So
Mhm.
if that P.E.K.K.A if it manages to reach the tower, then it's the game match.
Okay, so every time Mrin sends out the miner, he's met by those bats, and they just murder him. That's some Dracula level stuff right there.
For some very strong reason, I'm thinking Arpan is gonna take this one.
Well, we'll have to wait and see, I guess. We're almost hitting the half-time mark. P.E.K.K.A being dropped aggressively from behind from Arpan. Mrin replies with his own P.E.K.K.A. We're gonna see some huge colossal giants battling it out right on the river there. So, Poison and Evis, how good are they against each other?
I mean, poison. Like I'm not sure. Is the poison spell? Does the poison spell slow you down as well?
No, it doesn't.
So that continuous damage range, right? So Electrozet resets the thing, but power, the poison spell is able to continuously dish out damage.
True.
While there is a small, stop. While
And the P.E.K.K.A s are one of the slower units.
And whenever a P.E.K.K.A is against the Evis, you actually the P.E.K.K.A gets reset. So if he's in the middle of the ring, he gets reset. So
Oh yeah, he won't be able to attack at all. It's a good thing both of these players have the Evis, right? So I'm wondering, is it better for Mrin to wait at least like 2 more seconds? Oh, a second P.E.K.K.A coming down. Zap. Okay, so Mrin's tower is in some trouble unless he has another P.E.K.K.A. There we go. I hope the P.E.K.K.A does reset and hit the hog first to avoid more damage to the tower, but too little too late, I'm guessing. 791 HP left on Mrin's left tower. Bats coming out, they're going to make a short work of the P.E.K.K.A and the bandit. P.E.K.K.A in the back makes short work of the miner that Mrin sneaked into Arpan's backyard, but we're in overtime. First tower going down will get the game. Mrin has to work really hard to counter this, and there we go. There we see the lightning doing its job. 181 HP left. I think we can call this in favor of Arpan right there, like Rishabh, you predicted.
the Hog Rider, you can't ignore the Hog Rider.
Yeah.
Along with the P.E.K.K.A push that is going on. Even if you are able to distract the P.E.K.K.A, they'd always be the Hog Rider, which is biting.
Yeah, chipping away
coming
that
back from the back.
1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits. That's all you need. And there we go. I think Mrin has not given up, but he forgot the fact that there's a lightning in Arpan's deck, and there we go. So 1-0 in favor of Arpan, and then a draw, and then now it's 2-0 in favor of Arpan. So these are some exciting matches. So let's hope. So we're in game 4 now, technically, even though this was a draw. But are you ready for the next match?
Yeah, let's just get it.
Let's go. Okay. I think this is a 3 Musketeer deck coming out from Arpan. I see the Elixir character, I see the Ram. They work really well with the 3 Musketeer deck. And I see a Poison. Is Mrin sticking with the same deck? No, he's not. I did not see a Knight in his previous deck. Looks like this is a minor Poison chip damage deck. And it's doing its job. Like Arpan puts down the Elixir character, Mrin responds immediately with the Miner and the Poison. Brings down a lot of the Elixir character's HP, but it's still alive. I think he's going to get at least 1 more Elixir out of it. Eve is coming down to defend the tower from the minion horde. There we go. So even though Mrin has done a little damage to Arpan's towers, Arpan has replied with a bit of his own damage, and he's in the Elixir read right now. So I guess Mrin is just waiting for Arpan to put down his elixir character. Now we are going to see a poison and miner come out. Are we? There we go. Okay, he chooses to use the miner to hit the elixir character. Was that a wise decision? I do not think so.
Even if you are, the T-set, so Arpan has a 3 musketeer deck, which is a very heavy card. Even if he's able to take down some HP out of the elixir tower, so he'll have a better advantage.
So it's still worth it, you say? Okay.
But the way like Arpan replied back to swiftly kill his miner,
that was a really good move, yeah. So yeah, so looks like Arpan is able to save enough of his elixir character to make a huge advantage for himself. We'll have to wait and see if that translates into a win though, because right now it looks like Mrin is doing the pushing. 950 HP left on the tower. The poison is doing its work, man. The poison is earning its keep.
I mean, like after the recent patch update, like I haven't really seen a lot of people use, like they've gone out of the meta, which was a 3 musketeer battle run push.
Oh yeah.
But like the heal spell, right? Heal spell is something that just takes me off guard every time.
You just don't expect it, do you? Okay, so we saw a huge push coming out. Arpan used the 3 musketeers for the first time, and he also like backed them up with an ice golem, with a bandit, with minions, with a ram, but nothing came out of that push. And we see Arpan's tower keeps going down, keeps getting chipped by the miner, keeps getting chipped by the poison. And wow, okay. 4. Oof. 140. Okay, there we go. Okay, so Mrin managed to get this before even reaching overtime. That was fun. So
I think what you didn't notice here, while the miner was chipping in, Arpan actually put in the ice golem so that the miner can, move and the miner can start hitting the ice golem.
Oh yeah.
That was so weird, dude. Like.
Okay, so right now the score is what? 2-1 in favor of Arpan.
Yeah.
So we are entering. Though the score is 2-1, you guys have to remember that there was a draw match. So actually 4 games were done. So we are entering into game 5, which might not actually be the last game in this series. Yeah, it's supposed to be a race to 3, right? Best of 5. One person has to win 3 matches. But you know what? I'm already happy. We are already in game 5, right? So that's a good thing. So let's go to what might be the final game. Arpan versus Mrin, ESL India Premiership Clash Royale. While looks like the players are waiting for each other to make a move, and I'm gonna take this opportunity to once again thank our sponsors. We have Omen by HP, we have Zoe by BenQ, and HyperX. Thanks to these guys, us good folks at Northwind Gaming are able to bring some esports to you live in the form of the ESL India Premiership every day at 6:30. So I hope you appreciate all that we're doing. I'm just crying for attention, aren't I? Okay, so it looks like Arpan opted to stick to his guns.
Arpan has gone back to the deck which he won in the third game.
And looks like Mrin has gone to the deck that he lost with. Or he drew with in the second game maybe?
Yeah, with the log spell and bandit. No, I think this is the deck which he lost. The P.E.K.K.A.
Oh yeah, true.
Which was
So he had to use a lot of elixir to stop that P.E.K.K.A. from making contact onto the tower, man. That was a lot of elixir spent. I don't know if he could have done anything different, but well, he did save his tower, so we'll have to see. But to me, honestly, it feels like Arpan has the upper hand here.
the Hog Rider.
Even though he did not reach the tower, we're sure he'll be able to outcycle Mrin, right? Because Mrin has the Inferno Dragon, who's not going to be really effective at all this game. So that's basically a dead card. I'm not sure if he'll be able to find any good opportunity to use it.
Why? But if the Inferno Dragon is able to counter but there's a zap as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's Zap, there's Lightning, and the Evis. And an Ice Spirit.
It's gonna be bad.
I don't know, man. I think Mrin is in some real trouble here. or Mrin as Gautam likes to call him. Sure, he's able to defend, but I see the tower's HP going down slowly but steadily.
That's a weird move.
Yeah. The P.E.K.K.A came down first before the miner, right?
He actually put in the miner to distract.
The P.E.K.K.A.
Yeah, so that Electro Wizard could manage a few hits on the P.E.K.K.A, but that was a very bad call because he was already in the base. Had it been in
His own base, yeah.
that would have made sense.
Again, P.E.K.K.A getting distracted by the miner. But Bandit says, no, kill me first. Okay. Okay, now we see quite a decent push coming out from Arpan. I think this might be the last push that we'll be seeing. Arpan has what? His entire elixir bar to play with. He uses the lightning but misses, maybe? He wasn't able to hit the Evis. Does he zap it? No, he does not. He thinks the P.E.K.K.A is not worth it. That particular P.E.K.K.A is not worth it anymore. Okay, there we go. More pushes coming out. Now, how will Mrin defend this one? He has to cycle to his Evis, doesn't he? Oof, that lightning, man. Yeah, that tower's going down. Over time, one hit onto the tower and it's going down. And, oh, okay, that hog is going to take care of it. GG. Congratulations, Arpan. You won today's match. One more feather in the hat for you.
It's always a pleasure to see anybody beat Mrin.
What do you have against Mrin? He's the golden boy. Like, look at his masoom sa chehra. Like, look at that smile. You know what? That smile reminds me of little finger right there.
That sneaky smile.
That sneaky little smile. Okay. So anyway, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed the CSGO as well as the Dota 2 matches that have happened today. And 3-1 in favor of Arpan. Congratulations. He's the winner. He's your winner for today. This is Manoj Super Gola casting for you. Along with me is Bagat Billa. Rishabh Bagat Billa. Wara. So I hope you guys have had some fun. So see you tomorrow.